Hey everyone, welcome to the Movie Throne. I'm your host, the one and only King Kansas, here to bring you another movie review your way. Yes, you heard me right. It is a Saturday morning early. King is barely opened his eyes. He decided, you know what? I was going through Amazon. I go, what movies are on there that the King always wanted to see that he hasn't seen or had the opportunity to check out? And I go, you know what? Shit. Found something. Believe it or not, I came across something. I would say a movie from 2013. That's how way back the King went. He went to find a little movie called Hick, and it stars these three actors: Blake Lively, Chloe Grace Moretz, she's the main character, and Eddie Redmayne. I'm like, are you kidding me? The guy from the prequel Fantastic Beasts series. You got Blake Lively, which she's done a couple of movies I enjoyed. You know, is it The Shallows with the shark one that she's injured and she has to find her way there? And of course, The Age of Madeline with Harrison Ford, with that whole she's older and she's going back and she's looking young kind of type of movie. And I'll leave it at that. I probably spoiled it already for you, but holy crap. I go, let me watch this movie Hick, you know. It looked interesting. It was about an hour and 38 minutes, if that. Came out in 2013. I heard of it back then, and it's like one of those movies, you know what? Because Blake Lively was hot back then, and even Chloe Grace Moretz, she was moving up the, chain of command in the world of acting there. And I go, you know what? Let me check this out and see what this movie's all about. And it's a drama, so I'm not going to warn you. It's not going to be one of those action-packed things that you guys are going to knock you off your feet. It's one of those slow burn type of movies, and I was prepared for it, especially in the damn morning. But anyways, decided to watch it. And you guys know the drill. Non-spoiler, then spoiler, okay? So the non-spoiler basically is what I said. It's a slow burn. It's basically, without ruining it, it's in the trailers, because they pretty much showed you a good chunk in the trailers. That's what I watched in order to watch this, or decided to watch this film. Chloe Grace Moretz's parents are very troubled individuals, alcoholics, and pretty much crap, generally. They leave her to fend for herself at one point. They disappear on her, and everybody has their issues and shit. And she's kind of left in a situation that, hey, am I going to stay here, or am I going to take a chance and kind of go somewhere and do something with my life? And that's pretty much, she decides, you know what, I'm going to go to Vegas. And that's what she decides. She'll find her way to Vegas. She'll take some clothes. She doesn't have no money and stuff like that. And typical fashion, especially Hollywood, she comes across very unique characters on her journey there. Some good, some bad, mostly troubled other individuals. You meet Blake Lively's character there, and you meet Eddie Redmayne's character, and then, of course, a whole bunch of other crap, too, as well. And, oh my God, she thought she had it bad before. She gets into trouble this time, and it kind of unspirals on her and stuff like that. There's even an appearance of Alec Baldwin in this damn thing, which was pretty surprising, which I'll mention it and I'll get a description in the, I guess, he plays a big part in the last 15-20 minutes of the film, of this movie. And I'm telling you, things go really bad very quickly. And when she thinks she's, you know what, maybe the grass is not greener going to Las Vegas, maybe I'll go back. She decides that she was going to do that, and then something steps in to kind of point her in the correct direction for her to kind of go to the sunset, or towards the sunset, and live a better life for herself, and hopefully find her peace and her happiness there, you know. But yeah, a typical storyline, nothing so, oh my God, I can't follow this. It has its slow moments, and when shit happens, you know, it's stuff like that. Some mostly bad instead of good, but the characters she meets a lot, like Blake Lively is a troubled character. You kind of come across, it's kind of like, it showed her an older her, what she could be, you know, and of course the people she can meet up with because of that, circumstances and all that crap, troubled people. Eddie Redmayne seems like a normal person, but there's a little bit behind him, and it's uniquely, the way they uniquely kind of like connected the pieces of the puzzle, especially between the actors together, to kind of get where she needs to go and then make one final decision for herself. It's pretty cool. Is it something that I'm going to tell you guys, oh my God, you got to see it? No. Is it best movie? No. Did I like it overall? I think it was okay. You know, I didn't expect a lot from it, but it would have been nice to have a little bit more juiciness to the story, even though I knew I was getting myself into, to tell you the truth, you know. But go check it out for yourselves. I'm not going to say I'm going to recommend it. I'm not going to say I loved it or I really liked it. I think it was okay. For an hour and 38 minutes, you could pass time. And if you like those particular actors, I think you're going to be okay. Okay, get rid of that. Put the spoiler damn thing on here. Okay, guys. Spoilers. Yeah. Chloe Grace, I can't even pronounce her name, Moretz character. She's a troubled kid stuck in the middle of two alcoholic, druggies, I don't know what the hell you want to call it. Messed up people, let's just say that, okay? You know, it starts off with their parents fighting at some bar celebrating her birthday. It's like a tug of war and all this shit. Very abusive, very toxic, very not for a kid to live in. So she lives in somewhere, I don't know, some small town in Nevada, I want to say, or I don't even know, to tell you the truth. Omaha, something like that. Nebraska, that's where it was, Nebraska. And she's trying to make her way to Las Vegas. She decides, you know what? Instead of staying home waiting for these yahoos to come back, I'm going to try and make a go. I'm going to, you know, take an adventure, go to Las Vegas, see if I can, you know, be free of this fucking mess. Let's just say that, right? So she begins to do so. And as she does, she comes across certain people. She comes across first, I think it was Eddie Redmayne's character. He seems like a okay guy, kind of like a creep when she first meets him in a truck, kind of like, you know, looking at her a little weird. Says he has a little bit of a gimp. He walks funny because some sort of bullshit injury, which, I don't know. There was a truth to it, but I didn't believe it at the time. So she reluctantly gets in there, and then he ends up going, and then she ends up, like, arguing with him. I don't know. He does something stupid, and she goes, fuck this shit, I'm going to leave kind of thing. So she gets out, and that's when she goes, and she's left at the side of the bridge, some country in the middle of anywhere. I don't know what the hell it is. And she wakes up to Blake Lively's character pissing right beside her and splashing her. It's like, hey, what the hell? So that kind of gives you a glimpse of her future. I don't know. She meets up with her. She befriends her. Kind of reminded me of Thelma and Louise in a way. But anyways, she talks with her, blah, blah, blah. What are you up to, kid? So Blake Lively's character called her on her bullshit. She was trying to lie her to impress, like she tried to do with Eddie Redmayne's character. Didn't buy it. So she ends up getting in the car. They go on a little thing. They end up going to a gas station. And then you really learn that Blake Lively is not this person put together. She's snorting drugs. She's doing a whole bunch of shit that you shouldn't be doing, okay? So don't do drugs, kids. It's fucking messed up. Like, it really pissed me off, but typical. You think, person like that has it together? Nope. And she goes to this gas station, and they end up, like, setting up something so they can rob the place. But meanwhile, Chloe's character pretends to have a seizure on the floor, and this poor guy has a heart attack, and it backfires, and then they end up calling the police or the ambulance to kind of save this poor guy's life. And then she goes there, Blake Lively, takes her to her, I think, husband? I don't even know what the hell that was. Some house, some more shit there, and that's where she meets Eddie Redmayne's character again. She thought she got rid of him, and he's right there, and then that's when shit starts to spiral. He has a thing for her, but apparently she was at one point together with Blake Lively's character, which you find out down the road in a cabin. I'm leaving a lot of shit out because there's a lot of stuff that, you know, that goes down that you're like, really? Okay, I seen it, whatever, no big deal, right? But just jump into the big stuff. So they go to this cabin. He ends up going to this motel saying that she's going to meet up with you. She gave him $1,000 to take care of him. It's all bullshit lies. She befriends this young guy. They play a game there, and I guess he gets jealous and flips the table, and he ends up driving her to a cabin. She wakes up in the middle of nowhere. She doesn't even know what the hell she's doing. Shit happens to her there, like some bad shit, I'm assuming. She wakes up with a new haircut and shit tied to a bed. You can only imagine what the hell went down. Eddie Redmayne's character comes in, kind of says, you know, he cares about her, blah, blah, blah. And then all of a sudden you see Alec Baldwin's character come in. I'm like, holy shit, that's so left field. I didn't even expect that. Ends up coming in. He starts to question, like, hey, what are you doing to this cabin, blah, blah, blah. And they have a little kind of like verbal whatever the hell. And he kind of leaves after that, after 5 minutes, I guess, whatever. But then you got Blake Lively's character showing up after. That's when shit really hits the fan. She comes in, whatever. They decide they're having like an argument or whatever. She's trying to free her and stuff and kind of, no, I'm not this person, blah, blah, blah. And then he ends up getting the gun that I guess Chloe got for her birthday fucking way at the beginning of the film, which we didn't think was loaded. So he keeps on pointing the gun at her, and he pulls the trigger, ends up shooting Blake Lively with one shot and kills her. And now there's panic. Oh my God, she's freaking out. He's freaking out. They don't know what to do. And then all of a sudden, you see the badass Chloe with a gun, points that same gun and shoots him right it looked like in the head, and kills him. So now you got two people dead. She passes out, and then of course you got Mr. Alec Baldwin's character come back here, and basically picks her up, making her eggs for breakfast. He's going on about a sister or something like that lives in California. That, hey, you know what? Don't worry. I've been in the military. I know exactly what went down and who shot who. You can either stay here and whatever the hell, and you can get the blame, or we can fix it the way you can kind of be gone, and he'll take care of shit there and just blame it on those two, a lover's quarrel, and she can get away with it. She'll drive her to the Greyhound, which is pretty cool. I was wondering what the hell his intentions were at the beginning, but now it was okay. But she decides to call her mom to see if her mom's back yet, so she can go back home, because she wanted to go back home after all this bullshit, right? Because it's not always greener on the other side, whatever. So as she does, she hears the shit that her mother pulled, that they sold. I don't know if it was the land, and they're going to be moving and all this bullshit, and her father not coming back again. That kind of upset her. And as she's going towards the thing, she goes, you know what, I'm still going to go, whatever. She goes through, because she's an artist. She draws pictures. She's drawn pretty cool looking pictures. She's kind of like, as she's going along, she's reliving, I guess she lost her brother very young. He was, I guess, born, and he was blue, and he passed away. She's going through these papers that she has, whatever. And then there's like a little note that Alec Baldwin's character left, the address of his sister's place, that she wanted to change her mind just in case of emergency, she can do so. So she stops the fucking bus, gets off, runs back, takes the bus, and heads to LA. And that's pretty much where the movie ends. And I'm like, okay, not that bad of an ending, not the greatest, but like I said, it's still, you know what? For an hour and 38 minutes, and the actors we got to think, I go, it was what it was, and it was decent, okay? I'm not going to say it's the best. I'm not going to recommend to all you guys to watch. But if you like those actors, it's something you might want to watch, just because if you're sick and tired of the explosions, car chases, and all that big blockbuster bullcrap, this is a little film that you can do. So, it came out in 2013, almost like 11 years ago. Holy crap, that's a long time for the king. I was a young lad back then, but I'm glad I watched Hick. So that's my official Hick movie review, starring Chloe Grace Moretz, Blake Lively, and Eddie Redmayne. I hope you guys liked it. Like, share, and subscribe. Check out my other reviews. There's going to be a couple of cool ones coming your way, especially next week. I don't know, it might be another unboxing video. I don't know. It depends if I pick up a couple of movies there. If not, there'll be at least, I would say, a new Disney Plus show. I think Shogun. The first 2 episodes are dropping on the 27th. So, same day, very next day, expect a review from myself. Until then, stay off the King's Throne, and I'll see you where? Right here on the Movie Throne. Take it easy, guys.